So sometimes there are stories that I don't cover, and I just kind of like wait to see what kind of resolutions come from them. Like, just kind of like what kind of chaos do these stories have and all that kind of jazz. And another story that I didn't cover when it came out initially, a few months back, was a story about a false prophet. False prophet. What do we call it? False prophet, Innocent Muritho. Now, he's a Limpopo-based preacher in Sebasa. So, there was a story that came out of this mandam. It was very weird. So, I'd want to hear from people that are from that side of Limpopo. A story about this young lady. There was a story that was saying that this young lady had claimed that this was Innocent Muritho's child and he was not paying maintenance. And so the story had come out then. Now, this some of the stuff is just a bit wild if you hear it from me. So this young lady's pictures came out with these particular claims that the man then impregnated her and the whole nine jazz. It was a whole story. Like there was a whole line around this particular story. Now, I never read the story or I never spoke about the story, but I want to kind of go back to what that story was. This is an example of a post around that time. And so the story was published by a page called Rachel some. You can see the source of the thing. Now, as I stated, I never got to see what exactly ended up happening with this particular story. It just ended as if there was no story at all, or there was nothing that was reported about it. And so the story just faded into zero. It faded into zero, and I personally never heard about it after that. And so I wonder whatever happened to that story, if you did hear about it or if you do know details. Because I saw the story when it came out, but I never saw the resolutions or what was the resolutions. I'll tell you just in a second when was the story, because I remember by the time I actually sent it to myself. So I sent it to myself by screenshots because that's how most of it was actually going out at that period. And so the story goes that Prophet Muritho, accused of not paying child maintenance, the vendor known Prophet Muritho, who has a church in Sebasa, is currently under hot waters. This comes after the lady who, her name is Rachel, posted status about him. She mentioned and revealed that she has a son she shares with the prophet, and now the prophet does not want to pay child support. She revealed the allegations that he goes around with young ladies and even made her pregnant, but he doesn't want to take responsibility for the thing. Now I'm showing what page actually posted this particular post. And so this was the post back then, right? Now, if I can go back into my messages here just to see when exactly was this thing, when did I send myself, okay? When did I send myself this particular story so that I can kind of remember? When exactly was this story kind of going viral. I never saw what resolutions came from the story. Okay, I never saw it. Maybe there was, I don't know. I never saw it. And so I wonder, I have questions. What happened to that story? What happened to the lady? Did they end up resolving their issues? Did he start taking care? Because like some time ago, okay, yeah, so I think I remember when this was. Does it say? Unfortunately, Messenger does not it's not writing the dates out for me. There was another page that had actually posted it also, which was this page here. Yeah, this was around April. He had all this. Is it the same story? Okay, no, I think that's a different one. And so this was around April. I think early April, that's when I sent myself this particular message and stuff. And so, question, what happened with that story? So if you're from Sebasa and you can tell us, because I saw the story and I just got tired because he always is in the news. He's always trending. There's always something, and it's never good things. So he's trending for weird things and all kinds of strange things happening around. Right now, recently he had an accident with a police car. That's a subject that's still ongoing. Okay, we still don't know what is the guan over there. There was then a case that was open, and then he was arrested. Then he got released. So what happened to all those things? Like, there was a report that I actually made a video about where they were saying there's been many encounters with this man them in court. We don't see where they end up, but he himself always in the news. The Ojiman type of stuff. So I'm not asking about those other ones. I'm asking about this particular one of this child maintenance issue. If you all have an update your boy. Update your boy down in the pinned comment. You can just leave a comment to say, yeah, no, this is where it ended up. Or if you are the lady, you can tell us, where did it end up? Is he paying child maintenance? Remember, there was one, I feel bad. He ended up doing the right thing. Started paying maintenance and stuff, we were told. If you remember that story, it came out with Sihle some time ago. So what happened to this one? Because it just ended up in thin air as if there was nothing. So I'm bringing a reminder. Can you please give us update?